Ever felt like a hamster on a sleep-deprived wheel, spinning but getting nowhere? Don't worry, most of us have been there. But before you start calling yourself Sleepy McSluggishface, it's catchy but not exactly self-affirming, remember. You become what you repeat. So ditch the negativity and crank up the positivity, even if it feels a bit like forcing a smile after a bad pun. Now, self-worth is a labyrinthine beast, best left for another day. But let's just say, positive affirmations might be a more productive mantra than idiot, idiot, idiot. So, why do mornings feel like a struggle for most of us? The answer, my friend, is not coffee, although it helps. It's all about understanding your internal clock, the one that's more dramatic than a telenovela star. Now, onto the real culprit. 1. Sleep hygiene. Imagine your sleep cycle like a delicate snowflake, except way less melty. Every time you go to bed at different times, scroll through your phone till 2 a.m., or inhale blue light like a moth to a flame, it's like throwing that snowflake in a blender. Not pretty. Here's the good news. You can rebuild your sleep fortress. Think of it like training for the early bird Olympics, minus the actual birds, hopefully. Here are some key moves. 2. Consistent bedtime. Be the bedtime rock star you were always meant to be. Aim for the same sleep schedule even on weekends. Yes, even if Netflix beckons. 3. Tech detox. Ditch the screens before bed. That blue light is basically telling your brain it's party time, not snooze time. Read a book, take a bath, do something that doesn't involve glowing rectangles. 4. Dinner deadlines. Don't fuel your sleep with a late-night pizza fiesta. Aim for a 3-hour buffer between your last bite and bedtime. Trust me, your stomach and your sleep cycle will thank you. Remember, these are just starting points. Experiment and find what works for you. And hey, if you do slip up, we all do, don't beat yourself up. Just dust yourself off, learn from the experience, and get back on track. After all, becoming a morning person is a marathon, not a sprint. Unless you're training for the actual marathon, then go for it. Bonus tip. If you're feeling particularly adventurous, invest in a sleep tracker. It might not turn you into a sleep scientist overnight, but the data can be surprisingly insightful and maybe even a little scary, but that's just motivation to improve, right? So, ditch the idiot mantra, embrace the power of routine, and your mornings might just become less of a struggle and more of a victory lap. Just try not to wake the neighbors with your triumphant cheers, okay? So, there you have it. Getting up early doesn't have to be a daily struggle. With a little humor, some education, and a sprinkle of self-compassion, you can become the early bird you've always dreamed of being, or at least, a slightly less grumpy version of your current self. Now go forth and conquer the day, or at least get out of bed without hitting snooze 10 times. You got this.